Malaysia 2, Belanda 1. Agak saya sudah tentu kita akan memasuki pertandingan separuh akhir ini kerana permainan hanya tinggal seminit saja lagi. Tak ada lebih daripada itu. Percuma kepada Belanda. Percuma kepada Belanda dan Belanda sekarang ini. Jorisma atas, ketika ditahan oleh Franco di Cruz. Franco membawa
Holland has the best goalkeeper in the world then. Some other, with a good push, a good stop, naturally it was a good finish by me.
It was reported in the next day papers when the PM said he has received the best birthday present from the hockey team when we beat Holland.
Gestured by raising his hands, pointing to the sky, and said, Alhamdulillah.
Belakang lagi ke tepi Nadil. Franco akan menolak, ditolak dan pukul. Betul. Gol! Itu dia penonton. Malaysia telah menang. 2 gol berbalas 1. Malaysia telah berjaya memasuki pertandingan separuh akhir, menewaskan pasukan Belanda dengan 2 gol 1. Ini adalah satu sejarah. Sejarah sudah beruntung dalam permainan hoki. Buat pertama kalinya dalam sejarah kita hoki.
Kita tahu yang kita ketika itu mempunyai pasukan yang terbaik pernah kita kumpulkan. Pernah disatukan dan dilatihkan untuk mengambil bahagian dalam Piala Dunia. Yang terbaiklah pasukan tahun 75 itu. Sememangnya mereka bermain bermati-matian. Like man possessed, ya memang betul. Dan semuanya telah bertindak dengan satu sejenis semangat dan kecemerlangan yang tak pernah sebelum atau selepas itu saya saksikan pada pasukan kita, ke semua mereka. Dan pemain-pemain yang semuanya boleh kata cemerlang pada hari itu.
...1975, Pasukan Hoki Malaysia mencipta sejarah apabila mengalahkan juara bertahan Holland untuk melayakkan diri ke peringkat separuh akhir Piala Dunia.
Cuma bagi pasukan Malaysia, Francis buat ke kiri. 2-1 sekarang. Malaysia 2 sekarang. Atas sedikit Olivero keluar. Nih. Jorisma atas, ketika ditahan oleh Franco di Cruz. Itu dia penonton. Malaysia telah menang 2 gol. Ini adalah satu sejarah. Sejarah sudah beruntung dalam permainan hoki. Buat pertama kalinya dalam sejarah kejayaan hoki Piala Dunia.
Empat 43 tahun sudah berlalu. Kami mengatur pertemuan khas supaya mereka dapat kembali sebagai satu pasukan dan mengenang semula detik-detik pahit manis yang pernah dilalui. Malangnya, tidak semua dapat hadir. Ada yang telah meninggal dunia. Ada juga yang telah berhijrah ke luar negara. Buat pertama kalinya, Malaysia menjadi tuan rumah pertandingan Piala Dunia. Tapi, ia dilakukan dengan agak terburu-buru apabila India menarik diri pada saat-saat terakhir. Datuk G. Jayanathan masih ingat cabaran yang dihadapi dalam masa yang begitu singkat.
Early 1974, so Tun Abdul Razak called me up to his office, showed me the letter, and he asked me, what do you think? We only got 1 year, and they put a condition, it must be completed by 31st March 1975, the latest. So kita ada only 1 year.
Malaysia hanya diberi masa setahun untuk membuat persiapan. 5 lokasi dikenal pasti. Stadium Merdeka, Stadium Ipoh, Pulau Pinang, Seremban dan di Padang Mindef.
So I told Tun, we must not let go of this opportunity. We'll do it. He said, how can you do it within 1 year? I said, no problem, Tun. The budget was, I put a budget for ringgit 250,000. And I went and presented it to Tun Razak. His first question he asked me, why are you putting them in hotels? I told Tun, we only go 1 year. I cannot promise you that everything will go smoothly. There will be problems. But when the players come back to the hotel, in a very nice, cool, air-conditioned room, they will not complain.
Piala Dunia 75 ini merupakan satu landmark, bukan saja bagi hoki Malaysia, tetapi bagi hoki dunia. Itulah kali terakhir permainan hoki ataupun kejohanan hoki berlangsung di atas padang rumput. Lepas itu, permainan hoki berubah terus. Berubah padang jadi astroturf ataupun padang sintetik. Sekaligus kekuasaan hoki, kedudukan hoki di dunia berubah. Terus dunia barat menjadi kuasa besar dalam permainan hoki.
Sebagai tuan rumah, pasukan Malaysia menghadapi tekanan yang lebih berat untuk bermain dengan baik. Perlawanan pembuka tirai menentang New Zealand hampir menghancurkan harapan pasukan negara.
And I think because of that, I was called during the interval. After 35 minutes, there's a break. So I was called by then the Prime Minister, Tun Abdul Razak. Dia panggil saya, so I went up to the VIP room.
Pegawai yang terlibat di dalam penganjuran pertandingan Hoki Piala Dunia yang ketiga diiringi oleh Yang Berhormat Perdana Menteri.
Dua belas pasukan menyertai Hoki Piala Dunia ketiga. Mereka dibahagikan kepada dua kumpulan. Malaysia diletakkan dalam kumpulan A bersama juara dunia Holland, juara Eropah Spain, Pakistan, New Zealand dan Poland. Malaysia menentang New Zealand dalam perlawanan pembukaan. Bagaimanapun, bermain di padang sendiri di hadapan puluhan ribu penyokong sendiri ternyata membuat pasukan Malaysia kelihatan tertekan dan gugup.
And I think because of that, I was called during the interval. After 35 minutes, there's a break. So I was called by then the Prime Minister, Tun Abdul Razak. Dia panggil saya, so I went up to the VIP room. Almarhum was there, Tuanku, and then a few Vice President, Deputy President, Vice President, Secretary. I heard a lot about the story about your players. Dia kata, I said, what story? Yang amat berhormat. Dia kata, lack of discipline. I heard the report that your team used to go out at night, have a drink, all that. So I said, well, what I did to my best of my capacity, capability, I said, I check through every night at 10 o'clock. If they went out after that, then of course they might have slipped one or two, but not all. Maybe one or two who have done so. But anyway, it's my responsibility to make sure about that. Whatever it is, I said, let me tell you this straight to your face. You know, the government is spending a lot of money to actually organize this tournament. If we fail to show good performance, you know, then there'll be trouble. Is it? A lot of heads will roll, and one of them is your head.
Keputusan Seri menentang New Zealand adalah di luar dugaan dan menghampakan.
Mungkin juga boleh dikatakan mendukacitakan sebab New Zealand pada ketika itu bukanlah satu kuasa hoki yang begitu kuat di dunia. Memang kita mengharapkan untuk mudah saja menewaskan New Zealand. Begitulah juga harapan Presiden Hoki Malaysia pada ketika itu, Allahyarham Perdana Menteri Tun Abdul Razak. Kerana kita tuan rumah, sepatutnya permainan pembukaan adalah mencapai kecemerlangan serta-merta.
Walaupun telah diberi amaran oleh Tun Razak, perlawanan kedua menentang Spain tidak banyak berubah. Malaysia sekali lagi seri tanpa jaringan gol. Sehari kemudian, dua orang yang tidak dikenali bertemu pengurus pasukan Datuk Manap. Mereka menawarkan sesuatu yang kononnya boleh mengubah nasib pasukan Malaysia.
Two of the Bomo came to see me in the hotel. So they offered the service. They kata, you can have your team, Malaysian team. So I said, how? Well, I said, we have the means to make your opponent team sort of confused. They cannot see where the actual goal is. I said, good. I said, that's very good. I said, how sure are you can do that? He said, yeah. Jamin, dia kata. Macam dia lah. If we win every game, or if we draw, it's better, you know, and we are going to the final, I assure you of 10,000 ringgit. Sure, make sure you get it. On the other hand, kalau betul-betul, kalau tak betul apa yang Pak Bomo cakap tadi, dibayar saya 2,000 cukup lah. Balik. Oh, itu tak boleh lah. Tak boleh lah, itu semua kuasa Tuhan. So, saya kalau gitu, kita tidak ada, we can agree to your terms. Thank you very much.
So when I came to the team, anyway, it didn't reach my ears. Once you enter the team, the whole 18 or 16 in the team, they are the team. And once they are in the team selected to play, they play a unified force, whoever put to play. You have to forget any difference. You don't like him or you like him or not. The country needs your service. Your result is expected by the country. You are playing for the country. You are not playing for individual. If you can't forget that simple things like that, then you don't deserve to wear the national jersey.
Pasukan Malaysia ini telah membuat persiapan rapi untuk Piala Dunia 1975. Mereka berlatih di Eropah selama 2 bulan menjelang pertandingan. Sebahagian besar pemain sudah bermain bersama lebih 2 tahun. Semangat berpasukan mereka kuat walaupun menghadapi tekanan kerana mereka dibimbing oleh seorang pakar motivasi berpengalaman.
We were together for about 3 years, and we were very united. That's what Dr. Lawrence Chan got us together and motivated us so well. Like one of the scenes is every night after our dinner, Merlin, before the tournament, I think about 1 week or 2 weeks, he got us together every day in the room at 8 o'clock, and he talks to us. Coaches all, Tamaso and only Lawrence Chan and the players. And they'll talk to us about Malaysia. That's why if you talk to me, if anybody condemns Malaysia, I get very angry. I'm a true blue Malaysian. And the way we were trained, Lawrence Chan, fabulous. You'll be sitting down there, you switch off all the lights, the Malaysian flag in front, in front of us, one spotlight on the flag. And he sits down and he talks to us about Malaysia. You can menangis, when he talks.
His method of training is like indoctrination. Every individual, he bring them down to earth, and later on build up their confidence in themselves. 3 nights, late at night, lack of sleep, all that. It's like a communist indoctrination or what. And because of that, I think they develop a better, stronger mental strength.
Malaysia menentang Holland merupakan perlawanan terakhir bakal menentukan pasukan yang layak ke separuh akhir. Holland ketika itu adalah juara dunia.
It was reported in the next day papers when the PM said he has received the best birthday present from the hockey team.
Perlawanan Malaysia menentang Holland pada mulanya berlangsung di Ipoh. Tapi hanya setelah 20 minit, perlawanan terpaksa dibatalkan kerana hujan lebat dan banjir.
The first 20 minutes, it appeared that Holland was having the better of the game. And all of a sudden, the heavens opened up, heavy rains fell, and in minutes, the whole field was flooded.
4 hari kemudian, pada 11 Mac 1975, perlawanan Malaysia menentang Holland dijadualkan semula, tapi ia dipindahkan ke Klub Padang Kilat Petaling Jaya.
Large crowds had rushed in to the Padang, and in the very early morning, and thronged the Padang. This was even before the rising of the sun. It was, though it was enormous sight, it was also yet an astonishing spectacle.
So the coach just told us one thing. Holland was a defending champion in 1973 in Amsterdam. They won the World Cup. And we are playing against Holland. Coach told us is, we are playing against the defending champion. And if you beat Holland, we are in the semi-finals. First time in the history of Malaysia, we are entering semi-finals.
There was a certain amount of standard with my team. So when they were playing that morning match, to me, I had every confidence that the team will do well. When you say well means, we can tell the crowd, look, we gave the best out. The best can be a loss, the best can be a win. I know our boys can do it.
Puluhan ribu peminat yang membanjiri padang kilat meledak gemuruh apabila Malaysia menjaringkan gol pertama.
I scored the first goal. Franco went for the 1-1, and it was a advantage goal. It touches a player legs, I think, yeah. But the umpires held on, and I went in to lift the ball across the keeper pads, and they played the advantage rule. We 1 goal up in the first half, and it was fantastic. The ground, you have seen the pictures, it's all over the place.
Bila kita berjaya menjaringkan gol permulaan dalam perlawanan dengan Belanda itu, boleh dikatakan kejutan yang amat besar. Ya, kejutan, tetapi kejutan yang menggembirakan. Saya pun tak ingat lagi. Saya menjerit, saya tahu. Menjerit dalam mikrofon, menjerit sambil membuat komentari.
Harudin bersedia, Faizal bersedia, ditolak, ditahan, gol.
Holland berjaya menyamakan kedudukan.
Sangat senang saya Faizal meletakkan bola itu dalam satu gol. Alangkah malangnya membawa bola dengan pantas balik kepada pelangkau sekarang.
Keputusan seri 1-1 tidak berubah sehingga 1 minit sebelum perlawanan tamat.
Belakang lagi ke pengadil.
It was my good friend Franco de Cruz. He did a good push. And my good friend Wong Chunin made a perfect stop. And I finished off.
Ditolak dan pukul, disentuh, gol!
There was euphoria, the crowd was uncontrollable, they all just cheered the players on their shoulders, were running around the field. It was hilarious kind of I think Malaysians have never experienced that kind of feeling.
Tak tahu macam mana perasaan dia. Saya teringat lagi lah. Jam tu saya pun dah kahwin. Isteri saya datang daripada atas kat bukit kilat kelab tu. Dia boleh menyunjung jatuh ke bawah. Polis tahan dia. Tapi polis kasi masuk. Dia cakap, suami saya main jaga gol. Polis tu kuat dia. Memang rasa besar, gembira, tersangatnya. Tak tahu macam mana nak cakap. Rasa kita masuk sini bandar tu first time kan. Lagipun kita target pun kita nak show to people that we can play hockey. Kita organize. Kita tuan rumah.
Antara orang yang paling gembira ketika itu adalah almarhum Sultan Azlan Shah yang juga naib Presiden Persatuan Hoki Malaysia dan juga pengerusi jawatan kuasa penganjur pertandingan.
Dia melompat sangat gembira, sangat seronok, lost balance dan hampir nak tumbang. Dan saya satu mikrofon di tangan, melompat jugalah tetapi ke arah dia untuk menahan dia dari jatuh. Itu saya ingat. Dia gembira, dia ketawa, dia peluknya saya. Terus dia duduk dan menitiskan air mata.
Perlawanan Malaysia menentang Holland menjadi satu peristiwa penting yang sukar dilupakan para pemain kerana secara kebetulan ia jatuh pada hari lahir almarhum Perdana Menteri Tun Abdul Razak.
He told the cabinet that he's not going to cut the cake, only cut the cake after the game. Whether Malaysia menang, tak menang, he'll cut the cake.
It was reported in the next day papers when the PM said he has received the best birthday present from the hockey team when we beat Holland.
Kemenangan mengejut Malaysia menumbangkan juara dunia Holland mencipta sejarah baru. Buat pertama kali, mereka mara ke peringkat separuh akhir Piala Dunia. Tapi, pasukan lawan yang menanti ialah gergasi hoki dunia, India.
The hand got smashed. Then our doctor in attendance came in. When he wrapped the hand with the plaster, then only I knew there is such a mincemeat in our finger. It was just coming out like a mincemeat. So I told the doctor, can you please leave so that I can continue with the game? So I continued. That's why I drenched my handle of the stick with the blood.
Keputusan 16 piala bagi Belanda. Dua, itu dia dia penonton. Malaysia telah menang. 2 gol berbalas 1. Malaysia telah berjaya memasuki pertandingan separuh akhir, menewaskan pasukan Belanda.
Kemenangan ke atas Holland membakar semangat juang para pemain untuk terus mara mencipta sejarah.
Dalam sejarah kita hoki Piala Dunia.
Bagaimanapun, sekali lagi hujan lebat turun mencurah. Perlawanan separuh akhir menentang India di Stadium Merdeka hanya berlangsung 8 minit akibat padang banjir. Permainan ditangguhkan ke esok hari.
Morning game, 8 o'clock. Bila you masuk stadium, going to the field and see the 65,000 people crowd. There is no feeling other than that. It's incredible feeling lah, you know.
Malaysia bermain dengan cemerlang dan menjaringkan gol pertama untuk mendahului India.
They came as a runner-up of this last World Cup. A very strong team, a very powerful and experienced team. First half, we're leading 1 goal. Of course, it's scored by me again.
Tapi India menyamakan kedudukan 2 kali sebelum mengheret pasukan Malaysia ke masa tambahan dengan kedudukan 2-2.
Team practically broke up, all sakit, here injury, there injury. So even we had gone to the finals, I think very, very difficult. From the beginning to the end, it was all maximum. So you actually tire yourself out. Talk about fitness. How much fitness can you have? Shan also was playing with the injury. Padma was already out. So a few others. Franco. Most of them were all tired out and with injuries.
The hand got smashed. Then our doctor in attendance came in. When he wrapped the hand with the plaster, then only I knew there is such a mincemeat in our finger. It was just coming out like a mincemeat. So I told the doctor, can you please leave so that I can continue with the game? So I continued. That's why I drenched my handle of the stick with the blood. I had to play 2 periods extra time, plus a little bit of normal time, with my fingers in that condition. That's how it is. That's the type of spirit I expect. And my teammates also did the same thing. Many of them were not too well, not injured. They just played above expectation.
Injuries were slowly coming in. Fever of the Malaysian team was building up. There was a lot of pressure on the team to play India, but just a few minutes before the game ended, India had a penalty corner. They equalized, and the game had to go into extra time when India clinched the winner through a field goal. And that was the greatest disappointment to Malaysian hockey.
Itu game dengan dengan India itu kesian. I mean, saya pun kita dah dekat tau. 3-4 minit to the final lah, kita leading tau. Then short corner dia score. So banyak sedih lah itu. Because saya pun nangis lah. Because kita 2 kali kita leading dengan India. So extra time dia itu lost by short corner, and then itu Indian reserve dia datang score lah itu. So sedih lah, sedih.
Bila kita qualify untuk semifinal dan turun padang untuk bertemu dengan India, harapan kita memang berkemuncak, tetapi realitinya kita sedar bahawa India kalau sebelum ini bukanlah merupakan pasukan yang tandingan bagi kita. Mereka terlalu baik, terlalu hebat. Tetapi kali ini kita merasakan peluang itu ada sekiranya kita dapat mengulangi corak permainan menentang Belanda. Kalau kita dapat mengulangi itu dan tambahkan lagi semangat dan kepintasan dan kepintaran kita bermain, tidak ada sebab mengapa kita tak boleh tundukkan India sekalipun dalam peringkat separuh akhir. Tetapi ialah bila ianya dilangsungkan, kekuatan India itu tersalah. Mereka memang pasukan yang sangat handal bermain di atas rumput.
Kekalahan Malaysia pada India di peringkat separuh akhir adalah satu tamparan hebat. Tapi ternyata semangat yang membara saja tidak mencukupi. Kecederaan yang dialami ramai pemain utama melemahkan pasukan. Sebagai tanda penghargaan perjuangan dan semangat pasukan hoki Gemilang 75 ini, Perdana Menteri Tun Abdul Razak telah memberi hadiah istimewa pada setiap pemain, jurulatih dan pengurus pasukan dalam satu majlis khas pada 9 April 1975.
This watch is the Omega Gold watch, promised and presented by the Prime Minister Tun Razak, because we beat Holland on his birthday, 11th of March 1975. So if you see my cuttings, he says he listened to the game on radio, and he said, I'll give them a special present. He did not say a watch. He just said in the papers, I'll give these boys a special present, which they will never believe what is it all about, on a day when he's free, So I think 1 or 2 months later, he called us all to Lake Club. We don't know he's giving us a watch. No, we thought maybe he'll some present, a trophy or whatever, money maybe, because we all government servants, not much gaji, 200-300 saja, This is Omega Gold watch, presented by Tun Razak, special birthday present, his birthday present to us, And it's a beautiful watch. I've kept it for 43 years. And if you see at the back of it, K. Balasingham, ingatan daripada Tun Razak, Perdana Menteri 1975. It's written there at the back. And I treasure this with all my life.
The token that was given to me by late Tun Razak was requested by Tuanku Raja Azlan Shah for his museum. So I gave it to him. So it's in his museum now. And in return, he gave me this watch which I'm wearing right now. And I started using this after his death, so that I can always see the watch and remember him all the time.
43 tahun sudah berlalu. Padang Kelab Kilat ini menyimpan sejarah hoki negara yang sukar dilupakan. Datuk Rahim Razali seolah-olah masih dapat merasakan laungan ribuan penonton masa itu. Pertemuan mengejut yang kami atur dengan para pemain pasukan hoki 1975 menyingkap semula kenangan dan emosi yang lama terpendam.
Shan. John Hen, yes. Brian, yep. Brian Samaria. Dato' Pun. Oh man.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
You look very fit.
I'm okay.
Alhamdulillah, Datuk, kita meet again.
After
43 years.
43 years, yes.
I still remember your voice.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Sehat lagi.
Ya, sehat lah. Tapi dalam semua macam-macam. Kena tiap pagi makan ubat. There was a lot of work in preparing this team. There were a lot of emotions involved. Players too were highly strung. And the expectations of the all Malaysians was very high. So when it came to the all-important game, when a win was so very important to put Malaysia up or go down the ranking, that was very stressful. The whole world of hockey were then talking about Malaysia. And this is a memory that I will take it to the grave.
Bagi Datuk Rahim Razali, pasukan ini mempunyai keistimewaan yang sukar dibandingkan dengan yang lain.
Keistimewaannya ialah kerana mereka bermain sebagai satu pasukan. Mereka persafahaman antara pemain dan closeness ataupun pertalian antara pemain dengan pemain sangat rapat, sangat rapi. Mereka saling membantu satu sama lain, saling mengenali satu sama lain, dan diberikan latihan, diberikan training yang begitu rapi, dan memang diadakan psikologi dan sosiologi untuk merapatkan mereka sebagai satu pasukan. Dan itulah saya rasa yang telah membawa kelainan kepada pasukan 75 ini.
Basically, I've said there are three success factors. I always said, success factor one is pride. We're so proud to play with the national colour now, until today. Every time the national anthem play, I stand up, tears will come down. Passion. We're so passionate to play, so committed. And the last one is, of course, discipline.
The most beautiful part of the game was how we got together as a team for so many years, and we played so well, and it was very, very good teamwork we had with all the players, from Khairuddin until the forwards, and we had a team of very good coaches led by Dato' Ho Kochai, assisted by Dato' Yogesh.
We were always there. I mean, we played together, we worked together, stayed together. There was no, anything untoward happened to us, in the sense that if you don't like him or you don't like him, we just got together.
Kita dah main lama, kita dah kenal. Of course, clash sikit tu ada lah. Tapi tak ada lah membawa untuk pasukan. Kadang kita kecil hati dengan dia tu ada juga. Biasalah kita pemain kan, tapi bila tak main kita main sama.
And we understand each other, playing the character, dia punya kelakuan, perangai and all that. So kita tahu so faham. And most of us are very dedicated.
You had a few All of us have got different perangai lah. They don't have character. This one like that, this one like that. So I don't want to get too close. But overall, when the game starts, that's when it's different. The game starts, there's no more all this. We will go all out for each other.
The others who are not here, I think they also contributed to our performance, and we wish they were here too.
It was the last, I think, the last World Cup on grass. After that, the game of hockey itself changed. Not for the better for us, unfortunately, but for the better for a lot of other nations. It's also the year where our hockey was at its glorious best. And the glorious best are here in this room, plus a few others who are not here today. You gentlemen, I do salute you.
Mereka bermain tanpa mengharapkan sebarang ganjaran. Hanya didorong semangat dan rasa bangga pada negara tercinta.
If you are committed to play for the country, you have decided to play for the country. And that's it. Because your results are weighted by 29 million people.
Like brothers lah, like brothers. There was no discrimination, there is no racial feeling. You know, it was just one team, one objective. To be the best in the world.
Bagi saya, semangat 70-an dan 80-an dalam sukan telah menonjolkan sukan Malaysia ini ke tahap dunia. Mereka bermain untuk kemegahan, untuk penghormatan negara, untuk kemegahan negara, bukan untuk hidup.
Sejarah yang diukir pasukan ini melangkaui kejayaan sukan. Ia adalah kisah pengorbanan, setia kawan dan semangat juang demi cinta pada negara.